Welcome back, and let's take a look at all of the component parts for this build and then how to put them together. The main component parts consist of all of the frameworks and all of the window frames. I've started with the side walls here, and before fitting the window frames I've actually covered them in Scalescenes brick paper. I then show in this part of the photograph that the window frames are fitted on sticky labels and all fitted in one go into the back of that frame. Once that's done, I then move on to the side frames, which are actually the pillars on the side walls. I then attach those to the side walls, and as you can see it looks fairly effective there, a little bit of finishing off to do. I then moved to the front of the building and fitted all of the window frames as I've shown here. Once I've done that, and again showing the inside where all of the window frames are all fitted in one piece on sticky label paper, I assembled the sides to the fronts and back so that it adds a bit of stability to the building itself. All of the Scalescenes papers are fitted on the sides and the back. I then move to make sure that the building is stable by adding internal walls, and the internal walls, as I said before in the previous video, they are rebate interiors so that we can have the outside walls rebated into the building and the roof rebated into the building as it would have been on the real building itself. Now looking at the front of the building, we can see that the window frames are complete and the two internal dividers for the building are all fitted. In this view you can see the back of the building, and although it looks very plain, that is going to actually be a boiler house space. Once we move along and look at the back of the building now, a simple framework there for the boiler house with a little opening for the door, the window, the roller door, and this time at the top there's a ventilation fan to go into the top of that part of the frame. So there we can see, just peeping out the back of the building is the boiler house, and of course we need a chimney for that, which will fit shortly. I then started to fit the roof panels. Now all of the tiles are individual tiles but cut on strips, and I've showed that method previously. That's easy to fit. It's a bit like fitting the tiles from the Scalescenes kits, but these are cut as individual tiles in much the same way. If we now move to the views of the back of the building again, and you can see the boiler house taking shape and the actual chimney into place. I've also shown a picture here of where I've used some tulle, T-U-I-L-E, which you can get from a craft shop, to make the vent at the back. Now looking at the front of the building, you can see that I'm starting to build up on the staircase, and I've fitted all the window outer frames and also the little finials that are fitted, plus the entrance itself is starting to look a bit more impressive. In this photograph you can see the stairs are added, the side walls, again just with very simple cut card and very simple square pillars with tops on. The next part of the build, although it's a little bit fiddly, as you can see it's starting to look a bit more impressive. If you look to the centre above the door, there's a little bit more work there. It's only little card strips cut out and fitted, and the door at the front is there. The front doors are fitted. They are rebated doors as well. They're not just one layer. There's actually 3 layers to the front doors. In the final shot you can see that I've fitted the to the main window the stained glass window, which again is a photograph that's just been reduced in size and fitted. So now all that remained was to put the little cross on, and then it's ready to start building the surrounds of the church, which I'm going to have to do some research as to what it actually looked like in the 50s and 60s around the church. Finally, I've shown what the building was based on. This would have been in the 70s, 80s, which I want to go back a little bit, so not exactly what I'm going to end up with. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you've enjoyed the project itself. Any questions, please put them in the comments. Happy to answer any of your questions.